It's a Sunday evening and I'm booked in for 9 o'clock on a Tuesday to get to the Boatyard at Hillmorton. I know it seems like a bit late to start a cruise, but I was sitting here doing nothing and I thought I'd better get my skates on. All I'm really going to do this evening is head for the boat services point, which is not too far away, get all the little jobs done, you know the jobs I mean, and it will save a bit of time for tomorrow when I'll be doing the bulk of my journey up to the Boatyard at Hillmorton. The services point is just to the left on the other side of the canal. You just see it now. There's only like a little spit of land sticking out, and I don't want to go too far and poke Aitch's bow out too far, as you'll cut all the room out on the canal in case another boat does come by. But yeah, it's just over here. The light's starting to fade a little bit, so I can't really hang about here. Got to hurry up and do all this business. Looks like somebody's already on here using one of the water taps. Luckily, they've got two water taps here. Just noticed someone on the other side of the canal peeling potatoes out of their duck hatch. It's a novel idea. The light's going a bit rapidly, so I'm going to moor up as soon as I can, really. I don't think there's no space along here. It's always full up down here this time of year. So the best I can hope for is finding a bit of Armco just outside of Braunston, so we can bed down for the night. I can see something in the water not too far in front of me. Can't really make it out. Looks like could be a sunken boat. I don't remember seeing one here before, so it could be pretty recent. But what a shame. There's someone's dreams there sunk away, and hopefully they wasn't in it at the time. This will do us for the night, I think. So I hope you've got your packed lunches and flasks of tea ready, because I'm going to invite you on the back of Aitch with me and Ashby to come for a lovely cruise. I hope it'll be lovely, to Hillmorton. This looks a bit more like it. Bit of decent weather for a change. today's journey we're going to be starting off in Braunston, which is in Northamptonshire. We're going to head north on the North Oxford Canal. You see the locks at the top? That's where the Boatyard is, in Hillmorton, which is in the county of Warwickshire. So we cross the county line somewhere along the way. Don't ask me where though. There's some lovely countryside around here. Just look at that. Wonderful. If this weather stays like this for a while, I think we're all going to be spoiled today. For those of you at home that have been working hard, just switch off and relax and enjoy all this lovely scenery. It'll do you the world of good. Wow. There's a lot of newborn lambs about, but it's that time of the year, I suppose. Most of them are probably about a month old by now, I'd say. I suppose that still classes them as newborn. I have to say things like that because I'll get someone in the comments go, how can they be newborn and a month old? But I think you know what I mean. Coming up on the left is a marina called Dunchurch Pools. And Claire, my daughter, and Alan, when they bought their narrowboat and was bringing it down south, stopped in there for a day or so to go to my mum's funeral, and they spoke highly of that marina. They said it was lovely inside. It looks like a newish one. I'm using a new camera today, so I'm just getting used to it a bit. When I first started, the pictures was a bit wobbly. I think it was picking up the vibrations of the boat. But I sort of put some spongy stuff on the bottom of the tripod, and hopefully that's sorted it out. I'm a bit of a dinosaur, but I do work things out occasionally. Hello, I don't know if he's coming over to attack us. No, it looks like he's just coming over to say hello. Or have you got any food? That reminds me, I tried to upload a short of a swan attacking Ashby on the back of the boat, but I mucked it up and it's come out as a normal video, so I left it on there anyway. But yeah, talking about dinosaur, that's me. This all looks kind of wonderful. Beautiful. What a place to have a farmhouse. Just look behind us and there's a boat gaining kind of fast. So I'm going to do the nice thing and pull over and let them go. Bit easier to pull over on the right here in front of the entrance to Barbie Moorings, and the other boater's just indicated to me that he wants to go in Barbie Moorings. I can't win. Try to do the right thing and it all goes to pot. Never mind, worse things happen at sea, I suppose. There's some really pretty permanent moorings over here on the right, and it looks like the owners take pride in their little bit of land. Lovely place to live, I think. And these moorings must go on for about a quarter of a mile. I reckon the farmer must have made a fortune out of converting these to moorings. He's either sold all these as separate parcels of land or he rents them out. But either way, it's a good living. They're doing nothing. I don't know if this is his house coming up on the right, but it's a new build, probably built out of the proceeds of them moorings. Yeah, there's not many new houses that I like the look of, but that one looks lovely. I usually prefer the old characterful houses. This place reminds me of a mock-up of an English village, with the old telephone box and the well, and the old signs. Yeah, it definitely looks like a bit of a mock-up, but it looks lovely. Oh no, not this place. I had a bit of a bad experience with this boatyard, but I think the less said, the better. And believe it or not, it looks a lot tidier than it did when I came through a year ago. We're actually in Hillmorton now, probably about half a mile away from our destination, or final destination. The Waterside pub. Looks a bit empty now, but I've seen this on a weekend and it was packed. Very popular. Don't quote me on it, but I think that Hillmorton comes under Rugby, because if you look to the right you'll see like a mural of the sport of rugby and telling you the history and where it was invented. Let me know if I'm wrong. We're going to go through these two old railway bridges, and And then I'm going to start thinking about mooring up for the night. Somewhere within a short distance of the boatyard, so I can get there for 9 o'clock in the morning. Anyway, how you doing on the back here with me? Enjoyed the little cruise? I think it's been a nice one. I'm going to start having a look now for a place to moor. There's a bridge in front of us, and I'm going to peep up there from here to see if there's any spaces. If not, I'll reverse back in front of this blue boat. From what I can see, it looks a bit packed up there, so I'm gonna reverse back into this space. The weather looks like it's taking a turn for the worst, so I timed it about right, I think. See if you can tell when I've jumped off. There, you see the rope coming out. As I was pulling the boat in, or pulling Aitch in, nice lady from the blue boat in front came up and said that she watches the channel, which is lovely. I asked her name, and her name is Gillian. Thanks for watching, Gillian, and it was nice to meet you. Well, it's about 7:45 in the morning now, and I've got 2 locks to do. Then I've got to turn right into the boatyard. So hopefully I'll get there with plenty of time to spare. So I'm one of those people that never likes to be late. We're coming up to the first set of locks now, and they've got 2 single locks side by side, and I'm not sure if any of them are going to be in my favour, so I've pulled up in the middle here to have a look, and then I'll go either side, which is going to be the left towpath side, and I'll use that lock. I've not left myself a lot of room to manoeuvre over here, but it shouldn't be a problem. As long as I can get off and pull Aitch over by the rope, it'll be fine. When you're narrowboating solo like I do, the centre line is the most important thing to me. I won't be able to do it without it. I'll show you just this lock, and I'll spare you the 2 locks in a row, because that'll become even more boring. This vlog is going to be a long one anyway, so if I was showing you every lock, we'd be here till doomsday. This flight of 3 locks is supposed to be the busiest lock flight in the country. and I've been through here a few times and it's never been busy. But yeah, strange. Looking at that blue sky, seems like we're in for a fine day. My sister Deb was watching one of these videos and she says that I look like Windy Miller doing the locks. Bloody cheek. And here was I thinking I looked like an older version of Tom Cruise. I don't know. Things I have to put up with, eh? This is about the nearest I get to adventurous, stepping down and off the boat across the lock. I don't take a lot of chances around these locks at my age now. I've seen some old boys stepping across the lock gates. I could probably do it easy enough, but there'd be that one time in 100 when I fall in and I'm out here on my own. Could hit me head on the way down. It could be game over. So I really don't take a lot of chances around here. Even now, look how carefully I step down. So Deb, I'm going to stick to being an old fart like Windy Miller. We've just come out of the second lock and it's not far to go now. It's about 20 past 8, so it looks like we're there in plenty of time. Very pretty little area around here. Really quaint. When I get through this bridge, the boatyard is more or less immediately to the right under another bridge. And there's also a nice little place here on the right where you can get something to eat and drink. But I can't remember what it's called at the moment. So yeah, what I'm going to do is just go very slow, because I don't know if I've got to do any kind of manoeuvring when I get in the boatyard. When you're going slow, it gives you time to react and have a look around and things like that, so you know where you're going to moor. But we'll see how it gets on. Just in front of us is the third locks of the flight. As you can see, we're turning away from it. Nice and slowly does it. So this boatyard is called, or owned by, Willow Wren. And you can see one of their hire boats just to the right. Must have been in for a paint job because it looks very smart and shiny. What I'll do, I'll leave Willow Wren's contact details in the description. If if you want to have any work done or whatever, you can always go back and get that number. I mean, they haven't given me anything to big them up or do anything like that, but you're going to see all the work that they do in a minute, and you can judge for yourself what you think. Just having a look up front to see if I can get any further into the boatyard. It looks like there's too many boats there, so I'm going to reverse back under this crane. So we got here with about half hour to spare, and that'll give me a chance to put the kettle on, have a cup of tea and not rush around. What I will do as well, after I've had a cup of tea, is I'll show you around the boatyard before any of the work starts. As boatyards go, this is very pretty and quaint around here. I'm standing on the bridge at the moment. That's their dry dock there with 2 boats in it, and they've got some moorings on the left there. And look at that poor old thing, all tattered. They've got a lot of buildings around here as well that they're making use of, and this is their paint dock. Another thing that Willow Wren's done is they ordered in all the paint for me for when I paint Aitch, which saved me a few bob. I did ask how much it would cost to have Aitch properly painted, and it came to about £10,000, which is a little bit too far out of my league. So it's going to have a bit of a bodge job by me, I suppose. Here's Chris starting the work. First job is to get all the diesel out of the tank. What have you been up to? Anything good?
Nah, playing with the motorbikes mostly. That all really. Went for a big MOT day, did 5 of them all in one day. Apart from that, not a lot really. 5 there goes to the bottom. There's already fuel here. So it should, in theory, keep going down there.
I was a bit dubious whether you'd be able to get the jerry cans low enough to siphon out the tank. But what do I know? There's one of them siphoning out now. Water, yeah?
Yeah, that's all water dripping in the field.
Chris has just showed me the water coming out of the bottom of the tank, which is not good.
I thought it was diesel bug or something like that.
Here's the good diesel. It's been siphoned out, which I should be able to reuse when the work's done. Where are you going to cut it, Chris?
What we're going to do, we're going to cut a big hole here.
Yeah.
So I'll be able to get right into that side wood all round the seams where all the rubbish collects. I can get my hand down and scrape it.
Lovely.
Alright.
It's a bit disturbing watching someone cutting lumps out of your boat. You've got to have a lot of faith in them. Fishing for that.
Wouldn't be the first time.
I can't see anything but a load of smoke. So I think I'll just get out of the way. Chris got some big old scrapers out and was scraping all round the tank for about half an hour.
That's rust with water in it.
Like diarrhea.
Yeah, pretty much.
If I can get the camera to focus, I'll show you the last knockings of what's left in the tank, what he's getting out.
Yeah.
The tank's all cleaned out completely now, and next he's got to weld the plate back in. I was talking to Chris and he told me that he was a sidecar passenger on the Isle of Man TT. Now that takes some bottle. For anyone watching outside the UK, that means he was brave. And this is what it looks like after he's ground all the welds flat. Just needs a bit of primer and paint. I got Chris to do a service for me while he was here. He's filling up the gearbox with oil at the moment. So that was quite low then.
Yeah, I think they hold
Beep!
a gallon or something like that. About
Beep!
3 litres. Not a lot.
You make me laugh. Whenever I put the camera on, you swear. pumping all the old oil out. He's going to put some new oil in, and that'll be all the work finished. Well, that's that done, and hopefully that'll last a good 4 years or so before I have to do it again, or anything like that goes wrong again. But yeah, nice little boatyard and a nice little trip up here. I'm actually back past Braunston now, heading towards the turn off on the Grand Union, so that I can head up towards Stratford-upon-Avon. But while I've been here, been painting, looks like I've got more paint on myself than on the boat, but I'll probably show you that on the next one. So, thanks for coming along. Hope you enjoyed it. It was a bit of a long one, and I hope to see you on the next one.